Alright, so nagbabalik tayo sa ating violin tips and tricks. And for today's video, I want to talk about something very different, no? But very relevant if you are a string player or other musical instruments as well, which is our fingernails. Ayan, no? So, the fingernails, bakit nga ba lagi tayo sinasabihan na we need to cut our nails short? No, especially if you are a string player, kahit mga pianist din, di ba? I think relevant lang talaga na mahaba. You can have long fingernails if you are a guitarist, no, or a classical guitarist. Pero most of the musical instruments that you might be playing will require you to cut your nails. So kung mahilig kayo magpahaba ng kuko, especially for the ladies out there, no, when you are a string player, no, a violinist, you really have to have short fingernails. And bakit nga ba to relevant in our play? No? Yeah. So first things first, you need to have short nails, shorter. I mean, just the normal cut siguro, let's say. Kasi according to an article that I've read, if your nails grow 2 millimeters longer than the normal nails that you might have, nakaka-apekto na siya sa performance mo or when you are playing. So, if let's try to look at my nails. So, I don't have the best nails, but yeah, I know, focus. As you can see, they are fairly short, no? Sabi nila, once na may lumabas na white part, you have to cut it off, no? So, you could be a little bit lenient on that, no? Kung medyo talagang hindi naman ganong nakaka-apekto. But it will drastically affect your playing, no? Kaya, importante, lagi kang, siguro kung madalas ka lumalabas and nagigig, lagi ka may nail cutter, no? And, yeah, just be able to cut your nails. So, it affects both the left and the right hand. No? So, sa left hand, it really affects your stopping of the strings, no? Moving, shifting, all those things. Left hand pizzicatos, of course. Kasi we don't use the nails, no? When we stop the strings, for example, what part of the fingers that we use is the fingertips. Now, if your nails are long, no, and it protrudes out of the part wherein your tip touches the fingerboard, syempre, mahihirapan ka na. Medyo ma-out of tune, makaka-apekto siya sa intonation mo. So, intonation-wise, you'll be a little bit sharp, no? Kasi mag-a-add siya ng extra stopping dun sa length na kailangan mo lang with your fingers. So, again, because we use a lot of this movement, no, ginaganyan natin siya. So, that is why your nails should be underneath those fingertips of yours on the left hand, no. So most likely your 1, 2, 3 and 4 fingers is very important that you really keep them short so that you can play properly. Color, wala naman siguro magiging problem when it comes to color, so that's up to you, no, if you want to have your nails colored. But you can't really have long fingernails, no? Kasi konting-konti lang, yung lumagpas lang nga siya dun sa fingertips, that will already affect your intonation, the way you press. Of course, minsan pag tumatama yung nails natin, it makes a woody sound, di ba? Nagkakaroon ng kakaibang sound. And of course, you're prone to scratching your instrument, no? Scratch your fingerboard. Yung strings natin pwede magbalat since the winding is not really super tight, diba? Mga ganong klaseng strings na loose yung winding, madali siyang masisira. So it not only affects the way you play, but also affects the longevity of your strings, the quality of your instrument, diba? Nagagasgas yung fingerboard mo because the nails are very tough, no? Unlike our fingertips, no? Kahit na medyo matigas siya, it just gives in. Hindi siya magagasgasan using your fingertips. Kahit magkakalyo man yan, hindi pa rin siya ganon katigas to cause any damage on your strings, diba? So, you have to make sure that your left hand is well grooved, no? At least if you want to leave your your thumb with a longer fingernail, ewan ko kung saan yung ginagamit yun. That's okay, I guess, but it also would affect here the way you're pressing. Of course, if you hold your violin like so tatama yung nails mo dito, pwede siyang tumama, especially if you are shifting. So, best case scenario is to always keep them as short as possible. Pag medyo may white parts na lumalabas on your left hand, cut them off, no? And siguro magpa-manicure para mas safe, or alam nila yung ginagawa nila, no? If you have the time. And then, for the right hand, since we are mostly holding the bow, you might think na hindi siya makaka-apekto. But, it will also greatly affect your bow holds, no? So, I see some people na pinapahaba nila yung pinky on the right hand. No? I see some violinists do that. But the thing is, gagasgas siya dito. Yun nga lang, even though you have short fingernails on your pinky, it's still prone to touching. Why? Because of the position. It will greatly depend on the position or the way you hold on to your bow. But for me, the way I hold on to the bow is like this. So, kahit anong gawin ko, since I'm at the edge of that bow, magpo-protrude talaga yung pinky. So, I mean the fingernail of the pinky. Magpo-protrude talaga siya. Lalabas talaga siya. So, you have to make sure na talagang maiksi. Because, if it does protrude, syempre, sasabit siya sa wood, no? Magagasgas yung wood ng bow. Also, the same with the other fingers. Even though you're not going to be touching with your fingertips, diba? There's this tendency for it to scratch. If it's long, a tendency for it to act as an irritant, diba? Pag medyo mahaba yung fingernails natin, tapos pag gumaganyan tayo, minsan nakagalaw naman natin yan when we need to tilt the bow. So, pwede siya sumabit dun sa pearl, or sumabit siya sa frog. Magasagas yung frog mo, no? So, just for proper care, less things to mind, kumbaga, less na iisipin mo kapag well-groomed yung nails, no? Now, when it comes to the thumb naman, if you hold your bow like so, na nakaganon yung thumb, of course, tatama yung thumb mo, yung fingernails mo sa thumb, on to the stick as well. Magagasgas din siya. Plus, it will offset your balance. Because again, the thumb acts as a fulcrum. Ngayon, kung hindi siya masyadong nakastick, or it doesn't fit into the right spot, mahirapan kang kontrolin na yung bow. So, you have to make sure that it's not long, that it's already damaging your instrument, and also not making you uncomfortable to hold on to your instrument. So, napaka-importante talaga to cut your nails, no? So, start them young, especially those younger students na parang ayaw nila ginugupit yung fingernails nila, and then they would come to lessons, di ba? It's not just for hygiene or grooming, but it's more of how you take care of your instrument when you do those things with your body. Of course, we always want our bodies to be ready to take on the things that we need to do when we're playing the instrument, di ba? So, kailangan lagi tayong nakakondisyon. So, it means taking care of your nails, di ba? Making sure that your hand isn't strained, di ba? So, marami tayong maiiwasan ng mga injuries, mga problems if we really take care of our body first, and then, of course, apply it to our instrument. So, again, it doesn't need to be super short. It doesn't need to be yung sagad na sagad. Just make sure that you're comfortable enough to be able to press without the fingernails touching the part of your instrument. So, ako ganito ako mag-test, no? If I press down on my thumb, tapos hindi tumatama, okay pa yon. For me, okay pa yung haba niya. So, same here. If it doesn't touch the thumb, kahit na medyo may white part na lumalabas, of course, our bodies are totally different from each other. Minsan kahit may puti na lumalabas dun sa growth ng fingernails mo, maiksi naman yung, maliit naman yung fingernails mo, it still doesn't affect. So, it's still up to you how your body responds to certain changes, no? Certain growths of what's happening to your body. So, you have to also respect that, no? Yan. Pero, at the end of the day, please do cut your nails para mas mapadali yung inyong pagtugtog and you'll have a better time and experience in learning your instrument. So kung nakatulong tong video na to, please do drop a like, comment down below more content you'd like to see, and of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch out for more content. Follow me on all my socials and check out my course on Udemy. It's still available. Links all down in the description box below. This has been Ryan Monakil for Violin Tips and Tricks, and I'll see you on the next video.